Hey y'all, what's up? What's happening? This is Nicholas Brown coming at you one more again with another installment of Damn Your Logic. And today I'm going to touch on a topic that kind of came across my head, came in my mind today. I was looking at a blog today, a vlog on YouTube. This guy that's a traveler who does finance. I plan on getting in touch with this dude or whatever, check his temperature, see if he can do some business or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, he was saying how on his travels, because he's brother said that he stayed in London at the time, because the video was in March or what have you, March of 2018, earlier this year. And the brother was saying how in England, while dating, he prefers sisters because he's a brother from Texas, and he digs sisters. But in England, he does step out, date a little bit, step outside of his race or whatever. And, you do what you want to do in this world. But one of the things he mentioned, and I've noticed this, it's a bit of a trend, that he said, he asked some of the women, why do you guys like brothers? Some of the women in England, white women. And he was saying how a lot of them are pale, just no sunlight. They need to go to tanning booths and stuff like that. And a lot of those women, they say straight up the reason why they date black men, and I'm pretty sure they fetishize black men or what have you. I'm pretty sure that's a huge part of it. But they were saying how with some of them, they say they want to have pretty babies. They want to have the light skin, Steph Curry with the green eyes type kids or whatever, Aisha Curry type kids, They want their kids to be biracial and have some melanin in their skin tone. They're looking for a sprinkle of Obama in the bloodline, The hazel, clear brown eyes types. That's what they're looking for in terms of having babies. And I've heard a few women say this from other races and other guys that made videos saying straight up, look, my woman says she wanted to have a kid with a black man because they say they make pretty babies. Heard this from Asian women saying this, Asian women from different sectors saying that they don't want no pale skinned baby. They want their baby to have some color. They want their baby to look different. Now, usually, whenever it's a black person that opens their mouth and says that, the black community says that person is self-hating. Granted, to an extent, that might be true. To an extent, that might be true, depending upon the individual. You got some guys, black folks, men and women, that'll go out, date outside of their race just because they don't like themselves. They don't like the skin that they're in. They think they think that black ain't beautiful, That's how some of those people think. Hell, they'll have a kid date people outside of their race and talk trash about their own race. That I can't condone, I can't let slide. No, I ain't with all that. But those people are considered self-hating. Even the ones that aren't like that, they love being black. It's just so they just happen to fall for someone. So they say, happen to fall for someone that's not black, and they're seen as self-hating. And they hear it all the time. Oh, you done sold out, brother. Oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, you's a SOS, sellout sister. Oh, you's a SOB, sellout brother. They hear it. They hear it a lot. The minute that they do that, automatically just branded with the self-hating thing, Some sisters, sticking to a million and one excuses of why they would never go natural, talking about, oh, we use the easier, this, that, and the third, when there's ways to take care of natural hair, but they ain't trying to go through all that. So, let them suffer with destroying their edges and having patches of hair or whatever, you know what I mean? Missing off their little skull. But yeah, you have brothers that come up with a million and one excuses with stereotypes about black women, saying that, oh, all of them got attitudes, this, that, and the third. It don't matter where they from, black women are all the same, and all this other BS, right? Never really been dated really with anybody outside of the country. See, me, myself, I've dated different women and flirted with different women from all across the globe, you know what I mean? You ain't got to deal with American women, American sisters, that is. If you feel that American sisters are too rough, hey, see if you can holler at a sister that's from Ghana or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, but bottom line, you got people that'll come up with a million and one excuses on not dating black women and just talking trash and figure I'll just jump outside of my race, period. Now, you have all of those factors, right, in terms of black folks saying stuff about their own race and dating outside of their race or whatever, you know what I mean? For whatever reason, right? And then I got to thinking, right? A lot of these non-black folks who said that they want to have mixed babies, they want to have pretty babies, it's the same shit some of these black folks say. Straight up, right? So I was like, okay, if this group of people thinks just like some of the people within our race, are those people, how come those people aren't considered self-hating? You really gotta ask this, because they say that they're coming from backgrounds and cultures that stand on their own. Asian folks, they have countries and cultures that they can call their own and they can fall back on. They understand where their families and stuff from, and you see China's on the rise, the Philippines, they doing what they can to come up out here, so I see what they mean about how it's a little different, because at least they have examples of their greatness that's still in their face. They haven't really been stripped down and propagandized like how black folks have been across this planet. But a lot of those people, they still want to be, some of those people out of the so-called dominant society. I don't even like saying that damn phrase, dominant society, so-called dominant. Forget all that. Ain't nobody dominating me. You eat a dick. Yeah. Shit. We can come together and boss up. You know what I mean? It may take some time, but shit, we can do it. So-called dominant society. But yeah, they have their cultures and stuff intact. But a lot of them, they want kids that don't look like them. They want the mixed kids. They want the kids to, hopefully have like if they're Asian or whatever, sort of have like that Heinz Ward sort of thing going. You know what I mean? He was the football player for the Pittsburgh Steelers or whatever, They want to have like the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson type or whatever, They want to try to have that like I said, Steph Curry type going, Aisha Curry type going, that Alicia Keys mix up, where it's a splish splash or some A thing out here, So what makes them want to go that route is the question. You know what I mean? Do they hate their own skin tone? Like, oh my God, I'm so white, I'm so pale. Oh God, I wish I had some color. I don't want my child to suffer from this whiteness, from this paleness. I don't want to go through my child having that white guilt. knowing doggone well we colonized the world. And then you have others that's like, okay, Asian folks, they're like, oh man, I want my child to be different. I don't want my child to look like me. I want them to be, this whole world is mixing anyway, so I want my child to be born American so they could probably have more advantages, this, that, and the third, right? But yeah, there are certain videos of non-black people that I've seen, right? And some of them are kind of disturbing, but others are just a look into, why I'm asking this question. Are some non-blacks self-hating? Cause some of them they be like, I can't date like some white women. I can't date a white woman because, or they'll be like, the white woman will be like, I can't date a white man. Excuse me, I can't date a white man because, white men, they don't have swag. I mean, all these other BS stereotypes and fetishizing and stuff like that. But many of them, they'll be like, he don't have swag. They're not as intelligent as black guys because black guys have to figure out ways to come up in this world. Most black guys are willing to work harder in order for them, because like they say, black men got to work 2 to 3 times as hard just to get as much as white man does or whatever. And some of those women are willing to see that in black men, and they'll talk shit about white men. White men aren't as hardworking. They aren't as late. They're a little lazier than the black man. What else? And they'll just go on and on and on, dissing their own kind. Yeah, everything from how they walk, talk, to their genitals or whatever. You know what I mean? Just really diss their own kind. Some of the rants were a bit stereotypical, but in my view, I was like, wow, can this be considered self-hating? Because if this was a black dude, a black woman going off on black men, talking, black men ain't this and black men ain't that, they'd be like, yo, this person is lost. This person is, you see what I'm saying? Like, granted, I understand the backgrounds are different. When you're black in this world, you're supposed to be programmed to be seen as the lesser. That BS propaganda saying that black folks are supposed to be beneath everybody. And they're coming from backgrounds where if it ain't white, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been programmed into the world. You know what I'm saying? Lighter skin is better and all this other crap, things of that nature. I understand that's in place, but the way they talk, though, some of them, it's like, wow, you really hate being white. And then some of them, like, and there's one video, there's one Asian woman, she was, saying how she wants to have a black man and this, that, and the third. She was bringing up all these, about the physical attributes or whatever, skin tone and how they move and maneuver and things of that nature. And, it wasn't as rough as some of the white women that I've seen who really talk down about their own kind. But they really bigged up black folks in a major way, and then talked about their features on how they don't want their kids to have certain features, whatever. They want their kids to have, like, look like them, but with a touch of color. You know what I mean? For example, that tennis player that beat Serena Williams not too long ago at the U.S. Open, Osaka, I think her last name is. Like, they want, some of those Asian women want their, or Japanese, Chinese women want their kids to look like that old soccer girl or whatever. Some of those other ones that's from like the Philippines or whatever, they want their kids to have that Tiger Woods skin tone. You know what I mean? It look kind of Filipino, or look kind of Vietnamese, or look kind of Cambodian with a touch of extra color in it or whatever. Even though they have darker skin people in Southeast Asia or whatever, you know what I mean? The Negritos, from what I understand, is what they called. But for the most part, you know, they want a touch of extra color in there. Yeah. Could that be considered self-hate in a way? Because if this were a black dude opening his mouth talking about, oh, I don't want no baby from no black woman, I want my kids to have the good hair. See, and that's the thing, you know. And I guess that's another reason why, when it from us, it's a strong side of self-hate, because they'll say that certain attributes, certain self-haters or whatever, they'll open their mouth and say that certain attributes are considered pretty, but if it's on a black person, oh, it's ugly. You know, big lips, oh, that's ugly. You know what I mean? Some of these self-haters, they'll sit up there and believe that BS. You know what I mean? They'll look at somebody like Kylie Jenner, who made a total transformation over the years. Like how she looked back in like 2012 or something like that, 2013, is way different than how she looks now. Straight up. I mean, in certain photos, in my opinion, she looks Mexican. Latina, Latinx, however you say it. I'm trying to, you know, I'm not, you know, trying to be as politically correct as possible. But for the most part, you know, in certain pictures, she can pass for a Latina. Straight up. Yeah, there's one ad that I think it was a Puma ad, or some kind of sneaker ad. And she looked like she was in what was it? Like a subway or something like that, or a train in New York, and graffiti and stuff like that all in the advertisement. And I was like, yo, she could pass for a lighter skinned Latina from the Bronx. Straight up, she could pass for a Boricua a little bit. You know what I mean? In that ad I remember a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then, you know, with Kylie Jenner, and we stay on top of that, you know, you see who she linked up with, right? Just about every woman in her family, except for, I think, Courtney. She was like the only one that linked up with a white dude. With all the other ones, you know, hollered at brothers. Now, granted, a lot of those brothers, you know, they sitting there falling for the flim flam, you know, hollering at them because they white chicks with fake fat asses, but with semi-cute faces or whatever, you know what I mean? Falling for the flim flam. But yeah, most of them are with brothers. Yeah, the Kardashian clan, including Kylie. Well, had a baby by Travis Scott or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just, yo, you gotta look at it. Like, is that a form of self-hate from non-black people? Do they look at themselves and their features and their history and be like, yo, like with white folks, yo, my background, you know, most white folks considered racist, this, that, and the third. We've kind of had a bit of a leg up on this over the last how many hundreds of years, few hundred years or whatever. We pretty much shitted on black folks, treated them like shit, decimated the Native American population. You know, damn, I feel bad. You know, white guilt. I look at the skin. I have the skin of a colonizer. I have the skin of people who are destroying the planet. You know, this is the skin that I have. Yes, I understand where my great-grandparents come from, this, that, and the third, and many of them are hard-working people. But for the most part, when you think about it, we sort of benefit off the system. Yes, we aren't running it, but we at least have a seat at the table. And if we're smart and work hard enough, we can slide in with little to no problems. Granted, we'll be treated like new money. It's classism they got to deal with, but still, it's a little bit more, it's a little easier because they have the complexion for the protection. Straight up. But for the most part, do they see that, have some bit of self, some self-hatred? They hate the fact that they can't be in the sun for too long and stuff like that. Do they hate that? Those physical features that they wish they can have, the melanin and the big lips and everything, you know what I mean? Especially with the women, But for the most part, are they looking at themselves like, yo, I don't really like how I look. I don't really like the white man's history. I'm lumped in with all these colonizers. Nah, I really hate that about. So I want to have, want my kids to be different. Because I don't want them to be feeling like this. You see what I'm saying? Now with Asian folks, right, and Latinos, I'm pretty sure some of them be like, yo, I want to have a kid with a black man because I want my kids to look a certain way. Now, granted, with Latin culture, from what I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, they believe in some of them believe in the whole bettering the race by dating somebody that's of lighter complexion, right? That type of bullshit, right? But I get the feeling some of them have some form of self-hatred as well. Why? Because pretty much the same history with Latinos or whatever, that white side, many of them are colonizers, conquistadors, you know what I'm saying? Decimated native populations in South America, Central America, and Mexico. You know what I mean? So yeah, having babies, but indigenous people come, having mestizo children and stuff. So the question is, do they have that form of self-hate as well? Do they see their tone and be like, yo, I don't really like my tone. You know what I mean? I really, really want somebody that's more brown skinned to be with. I want beautiful brown babies. Because the skin tone of the colonizer is evil. Look at what they did to these people. You know what I mean? So yeah, do they have that form of self-hate because they look at their history or whatever? You know what I mean? So that's my little, I guess, theory in a way. You know what I mean? Are non-blacks, are they self-hating? I mean, it even works in the reverse as well. You know what I mean? Like darker skin, like let's say in India, Southeast, East Indian stuff like that. You know what I mean? They have the skin tone dark brown or whatever, so they want to get with somebody that's white or lighter in skin tone. That's it. It's like, oh, I'm dark skinned, I can't get too dark. That's a form of self-hate, right? Like, instead of it being a black person here in America talking about, I don't want no black woman, that idiocy or whatever, form of idiocy. But instead of them being a black person saying that I don't want no black woman or black man, instead it's a person from India saying that they want somebody that's light-skinned, lighter in skin tone. You know what I mean? Same shit, just different cultures, Different cultures, different region of the world. So that old self-hate thing, you know what I mean? It works. Yeah, not only, let me link up with somebody that's black, let me see if I can link up with somebody that's white or lighter. You know what I mean? Because I want to have the lighter baby with the green eyes. with the green eyes and more fairer skin tone, like maybe 2 drops of melanin, a nice light tan, but not too dark. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a form of self-hate as well. You know, darker is bad or whatever. You know what I mean? But still, they're non-black. Like I said, though it's in the reverse, still. But yeah, man, that's just my little theory. I mean, can we call those non-black folks that want to have different color kids and things of that nature, especially those that want to link up with black people or more brown-skinned people in order for them to have offspring that aren't white completely, you know what I mean, that have some skin tone. They want to have the Mariah Carey looking baby. They want to have the Alicia Keys looking baby. They want to have the like a Tiger Woods type baby. You know what I mean? The one that Osaka, I think that's her name. I hope I'm not butchering her name, but the girl that beat Serena Williams, you know, they want to have that little mixture touch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Are those people considered self-hating, or did they do it for love? Those who think they can be self-hating or whatever, you guys leave comments. More than likely I'm going to put this on YouTube, so sound off in the comments, tell me what you think. I mean, am I a little off with my theory? Like, are these people considered self-hating, or can they be? You know what I mean? It's just something that I just been kind of thinking about. You know what I mean? If you have any questions or whatever, you can email me. Email down below in the description box, dke305@gmail.com. That's D as in dog, K as in kitchen, E as in electric, dke305@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Instagram on Damn Your Logic on Instagram. Also, my other Instagram is DWP_CEO. That's D as in dog, W as in writing, or witness, P as in Paul, _CEO, as in I'm the CEO of my company. DWP_CEO. Okay. You can also hit me up on Twitter at King Nick Anthony, and also check out my books and such on my website at www.thehoodiewritingandpublishing.com. Oh, and also check out my other YouTube channels. I just started one up here under The Hoodie Writing and Publishing. I'm going to start posting different stories. Hopefully, maybe I can put some up here. Maybe I can get some traction going or whatever. But yeah, putting up different short stories that you guys need to check out. I also have another channel that's gonna be dedicated to like romance short stories that I'm going to put together, develop or whatever, maybe even a team in the future. But yeah, different short stories on romance, and that YouTube channel is going to be called Dating, Lust, and Love. So those are the two channels I'm going to mostly post stories up on. The Hoodie Writing and Publishing on YouTube, and also Dating, Lust, and Love on my other YouTube channel. And I also have Damn Your Logic YouTube channel for these podcasts specifically. So yeah, just be on the lookout for all that, alright? You guys holla at me. Y'all be in touch, and peace. Stay blessed.